Hikaru Nakamura is one of the fastest, deadliest, and most aggressive chess players on this planet. He is currently the second highest rated in Blitz, even one place ahead of World Champion Magnus Carlsen. He even pre-moved an entire game against Magnus Carlsen in a meme, and the number of people who thought the game was real was unbelievable. For convention's sake, we'll consider only his games against Grandmasters in this video. In number 3, we have his win against Magnus Carlsen in only 17 moves. The game lasted for 25 minutes. Hikaru starts with the Queen's Gambit, and Magnus replies with the Ragozin defense by playing Bishop b4. Hikaru checks his king, trying to win the bishop, but Magnus is smart. He plays knight c6 to defend it. Hikaru plays e3, strengthening the center. Magnus castles. Hikaru then brings his queen back, making it more active. A few developing moves later, Magnus breaks the center, Hikaru takes it, and Magnus recaptures with his knight. Hikaru takes another pawn, and Magnus takes his knight to destroy Hikaru's kingside structure. But then, Magnus blunders with knight takes d5. Magnus forgot that his bishop remains undefended after all the trades are done. Magnus holds his head with both hands after this. The game continues a few more moves until Magnus resigns after Hikaru offers his queen for a trade. Magnus leaves the room swiftly after losing a game by blundering a full piece. This was Hikaru's reaction.
And Naka, this last game, I imagine you could never have expected to win a game this easily at this level at any time.
Yeah, it's kind of nice, certainly, man.
In number 2, we have Hikaru's bullet win against Magnus Carlsen in 16 moves in the Speed Chess Championship 2017, when Magnus blundered a basic tactic. Although Magnus lost this game, he won the tournament 18-9 versus Hikaru. Hikaru is white here. He plays pawn b3, and Magnus replies with pawn a5, almost trolling Hikaru for losing 6.5 to 0.5 against him in bullet. Hikaru develops his bishop, and Magnus pushes the pawn again. Then Magnus copies 2 moves of Hikaru. Hikaru makes a slight mistake by playing his knight to c3, allowing Magnus to push the pawn. A few developing moves later, Hikaru offers his bishop for a trade, and Magnus takes it. Hikaru then plays pawn c4, trying to break the center, but Magnus comes up with his own break on e5. Hikaru is forced to capture on e5 because if he does anything else, he'll lose one of his pieces with the move pawn to e4 double attack. So Hikaru takes and exchanges a few of his pieces before castling. Then, Magnus plays pawn to c4. Did you find anything wrong here? This move is a blunder, because if bishop takes h7, check, leaving the queen undefended, hence Magnus Carlsen resigned. In number 1, we have Hikaru winning a game in 11 moves when he was only 11 years old. Quite a coincidence. It's against Yevgeny Romanov. Hikaru is white. The game starts normally with the opening Scotch game, until Hikaru takes knight on c6, a blunder, since it now allows black to create a weakness in white's position, doubled pawns. Hikaru offers a queen trade, but his opponent declines. Both players develop their pieces. Hikaru castles, and his opponent follows suit, which ends up in a blunder, as after queen takes a7. There is no way to prevent queen a8 checkmate. Therefore, Hikaru wins that game. Hikaru has also admitted that this is probably his shortest game, too.
Again, a very strong player. His FIDE, I think, peaked around 2640. He is a Grandmaster now. Very nice guy. But this is probably the shortest game that I ever had.
Thank you so much for watching.